Welcome back to episode 5 of Duel Links Degenerates. In this series, we learn about some of the dumbest decks in Duel Links, how they worked, and where they are now. Let's get started. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Hero Flash. What is Hero Flash? Who is Hero Flash? Hero Flash is a deck that's named after a skill, that's named after a card. The skill, which was probably meant to be an anime roleplay skill, adds a free hero letter to your hand every other of your turns. Since it's every other of your turns, if you went second, you get H, E, R, and O on turns 4, 8, 12, and 16. Finally, on turn 20 of the skill, you get the card Hero Flash. Hero Flash lets you banish all 4 aforementioned letter cards from your graveyard and summon a normal hero, like Neos, from your deck. Then, all normal heroes, including those already on the field, can attack directly. So let's say you had a Sparkman on the field, and you use a card to summon Neos. Yup, that's lethal. You can tell that Konami originally intended this skill to be sort of a Jaden Yuki wins a duel by spelling the longest word he knows moment. But players, of course, took this as a challenge to get to turn 20, and thus another toxic stall deck was born. This deck basically relied on 2 parts of the skill to win. As I already explained, the first part it relied on was having a win condition at turn 20. The second part it relied on was having free discard fodder for the many disruption and stall options in this game. Throughout 20 turns, you basically got 4 free uses of your favorite discard trap in the game, which made it very easy to get to turn 20. And to make things even more fun, Konami didn't add a skill activation requirement aside from needing 4 hero normal monsters. So for extra attack and stall power, players would run the Ritual Beast engine, or as it's known in Duel Links, 3 windows in the fusion. Because of this deck's amazing ability for disruption, as well as its resilience to destruction, it had a very good matchup against that era's Onomats meta, making it one of the truest anti-meta decks in this game's history. So this is not a section that I normally do, as you probably can tell, because editing takes a long time. But this deck had such a perfect tournament arc that I couldn't just not cover it. In 2021, we couldn't have our normally scheduled in-person WCS because of reasons, and instead we had the 2021 Grand Tournament, which was an online-only streamed event to replace it. So here we have the biggest tournament of the year, Onomat players as far as the eye can see. And then in round robins, there's just this one dude by the name of Reddy, making what's effectively Hero Flash's debut appearance in front of the entire world. He wins 3, and then he loses 3, which was not enough to qualify for the final bracket. And we thought that was going to be the end of it. But then, another player by the name of Beezy pulls a deck out during quarterfinals, and chat goes nuts. Because of the weirdness of this deck, there were a good chunk of people who had literally never seen it before, including some of the commentators.
I'm still just in shock that Beezy is playing this deck.
I have never seen this deck.
Yeah, exactly. I've never ever.
We've seen some.
19 painful, confusing turns later, Beezy activates Hero Flash with Neos already on the field, summons Burstinatrix, and goes for lethal, securing himself the win, and cementing this deck in all of our hearts as one of the only hype stall decks ever played. After the 2021 Grand Tournament, Konami, obviously, decided that players were using the skill wrong. On October 21st, 2021, Hero Flash would be hit by its first and only nerf to date. The activation requirements were changed to only allow hero monsters in your deck. Unlike some of our other entries, this didn't actually completely murder the deck. While the deck is much worse without the Ritual Beast engine, and the million hand traps, you can still run a disruption-only version with adequate results. From coming out of nowhere to shining bright in the Grand Tournament, we should all truly feel flashed by this deck. Thank you folks for watching, and if you want me to cover any other Degenerate decks, please leave them in the comments below.